Hello everyone, so I went on a week trip to Jordan, met some amazing people, had an amazing time, and this is the vlog from that trip. So day one we went to Jerash, which is an old Roman city in Amman. It was amazing, it was very hot but very beautiful. The statues, temples and amphitheatres were just amazing. We also went to this amphitheatre which is in Jerash, and it was just outstanding. You could go right up to the very top even though the rocks were a bit slippy, so it was a little bit scary, but it's just amazing to see. And as you can see, they have a board there, so they still put performances on to this day, which would be amazing to see. We also saw this other smaller amphitheatre, which we'll see in a second, and we got an amazing performance by these Jordanian veterans who were playing the bagpipes, which was so unexpected. We then stopped off for some lunch, which was falafel, which I didn't get a shot of because I was so hungry. But we also went to this amazing shop to get some food for a picnic, and it was amazing. I've never seen a shop like this before. There was just so many spices around I've never heard of, massive pumpkin seeds, coffee, sweets, anything you would want. And they also had this little cat who was again a cat of many. I have a whole cat photo album, but they were very cute. We then went to Amman Citadel, which gave us an amazing view over Amman. We also could see some amazing wall art and also an amphitheatre that we went to after this. My footage is doing it no justice whatsoever, but trust me, it was amazing. They also had a museum on site, so here are just some quirky museum finds for you. So this was the amphitheatre that I previously mentioned. It was amazing. It does not look that tall here, but I was really nervous to climb back down it because the rocks were actually really slippy. But what an amazing view to have. So on day 2 we were doing a lot of travelling and then stopping off on the way. So we first went to this amazing fruit and vegetable market to pick up some fruit for our picnic. So we went to St George's Church in Madabar, which has this amazing mosaic map on the floor. This whole church was just covered in amazing mosaics, and I've just got a little slideshow of some of the ones I took because they were just outstanding. We are now in Mount Nebo, which is where they believe that Moses was buried. It was so calming and so kind of relaxing up here. I could have stayed there for ages. And once again, the views were just amazing. Our tour leader also took us to a place where he believes that Moses was buried, and there was this little church that this man's family looks after, and these black spots that were on this mosaic floor was where his mom used to cook, which is just so fascinating. And we had a lovely chat with the man who owns and looks after the church. We then went to this mosaic workshop / shop. These women are making obviously a mosaic, and this man was telling us how the mosaics are made, the differences between different mosaics, and everything you see on the wall behind him and just around are all mosaics, which is just amazing because they look like pictures, paintings, and this man here is actually doing a nano, I think, mosaic, which is just basically mosaic in tiny form. I just couldn't believe that existed. So we stopped off for our picnic on the King's Highway, and this was our view for having a picnic, which were amazing. This was just fantastic.
This cigar helps me slow down.
So the last stop for the day was the Crusader Castle in Carrack. This was amazing. I love a castle. It was so high up, so the views were amazing, and the castle itself was just beautiful. So day 3 was Petra Day, and this was the main reason why I know of Jordan. It was just so fascinating, and Petra is massive. This map will show you how big it is. So it was such an amazing day, and I still can't believe that I actually got to see it in person. So you're going to see how our tour leader showed us the treasury, but me and Alex wanted to film our own reactions, so you'll get both.
Me and Amy haven't looked up yet. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Wow.
Me and you are like, whoa. We're like minions.
So
You're happy, Al?
I am, mate. Are you happy?
Some of us then went up to the monastery, which was 750 steps. This was a workout, and after me and Alex got to the top, we came straight back down. So there's not a lot of footage because we were so hot, but it was amazing to see. They also had a Petra museum, so here's just some of the finds there. That night we then went to a local family for this amazing feast. I was so full by the end of it, and then we also had birthday cake on top. But this was such a lovely thing because it was so nice to be with the local people, try the local people's food, and just amazing. So on day 4 we could go back to Petra and explore more, but me and Alex decided to stay at the hotel and chill by the pool and even out our tans. So we had a very relaxed time, but it was just so nice just to chill, swim, and just do whatever we wanted. Meanwhile, back in Petra, everyone else was exploring more and took some amazing photos and footage. Tonight we had a cooking class by a group of local women. We had this amazing sunset to look at whilst we were doing the cooking. And we then had another feast. So we ate well this trip, we did. Moyad then gave us some Arabic lessons whilst the food was cooking, so I now know how to spell my name. And then Moyad, bless him, I had to include this. This was an upside down dish, so it consisted of rice, chicken, cauliflower and potato, and it was really good. So on day 5 we first started off by going to visit Little Petra. are now leaving Petra and heading off to the desert in Wadi Rum. We then went on a 4x4 tour of Wadi Rum on the way to our desert camp, and we just stopped off at different areas on the way. So we went up a dune, we went into this canyon, and just explored the desert. We then arrived at the desert camp where we enjoyed watching the sunset, eating traditional food, and you are going to hear a lot of traditional music mixed in with some harmonica by Sam as well. So we woke up bright and early on day 6 and we headed off for our camel rides. I was very nervous for this, but it was amazing and I'm really glad I did it.
And pina coladas with pretty faces and sand on the ground. I want to stop this ongoing train before I lose my mind and go insane. I don't want to sleep every night. I wanna light a spark in the dark. I don't wanna say I'm okay, living the same every day. Come run beside me, let's take off. Let's leave this place for another place. Oh,
We then got to relax in this Red Sea resort, so we just spent time swimming in the pool, we went snorkeling, and just had a nice relaxing chill time.
just tell me what you need, and I'll listen. I'll listen. When we get there, we'll throw a big feast with pina coladas, hand in hand, not out of reach. Higher, yeah, we'll be lighter, happier, and much brighter. Take the step, have no regret. I don't wanna sleep every night. I wanna light a spark in the dark. I don't
So tonight we went out to eat Jordan's national dish, which is mansaf, and we also had this traditional dessert, which I cannot pronounce, so I'll upload onto the screen. But this whole meal was delicious and amazing.
Let's leave this place for another place. Come whatever may. We got nothing.
Day 7 was our final day in Jordan, and we were heading to the Dead Sea.
Lean back, let me rub you back. Honey, just relax. Maybe all we Maybe all we need.
So on our way to our final hotel, we stopped off at the site of Jesus Christ's baptism.
Speed to see anything. Tell me what you need, and I'll listen. I'll listen. 'Cause I don't wanna wait every night. I wanna light a spark in the dark. I don't wanna say I'm okay, living the same every day. Come run beside me, let's take off. Let's leave this place.
We then arrived at our final hotel, which was right next to the Dead Sea. This was amazing. This is something that my mom has always dreamed of doing. But just a warning, if you've got any type of cuts on your hand or body, it will sting. So in some of these pictures, I look really moody, but it's just that my whole body was on fire. But it was amazing to do, and this was such a nice way to end the trip. After this, we all had a team meal, which was really nice, and then we all sadly went home. So this trip was amazing. I'm so thankful for the group of people I got to meet and all the memories we've made.